Welcome to this first Q&A episode of the Soul Decode Studio, where we'll shed some light on truth of what codes really are. Right now, the topic is hot among many groups of people with maybe different understanding than you'll experience here. Everyone is experiencing various changing understandings that are happening almost faster than we can keep up. I've received messages and had calls with people just lately that prompted this recording. There's a common thread running through many groups of people with the same confusion. So I'm going to follow what I was shown that can help bring clarity during this specific time. Let's just jump right into it and get started. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've been able to come on, and it feels good to be able to talk with you just straight from my heart, what I've been shown, what I should share, and how it can help you. So the first question that I've been asked over and over, what are codes? And this is the response. Codes are not just mysterious words. They're fragments of deep truth, like reminders or instructions or phrases used that unlock something inside when you hear or feel them. They've been embedded inside us already, but often dormant, waiting for that divine moment to be activated. I've referred to feelings of inspiration as that magic sauce or the Holy Spirit prompting. Sometimes a word, sound, an image, or feeling will spark something inside you. That spark, that's a code activating. Codes don't come from outside us. They're embedded or planted in us by God before our conception. So the next question, and this is really valid, what is our DNA blueprint? You've heard me talk about that quite a bit. The DNA blueprint is like the original set of instructions written into the deepest part of you before you were born. It's not just about your physical traits. This blueprint carries your soul's potential, your natural strengths, your purpose, your calling, and even the emotional or generational patterns you're here to work with or transmute. It's the map of who you really are, under all the roles and scripts that we've played or are expected to keep playing. So the next question, where do these codes come from? Codes are embedded in us through lived experience. They can be generational memory and soul agreements. Some come from our ancestors, some from past experiences we can't even remember, and some are encoded from God, the universe, source itself. Think of them like fingerprints of truth that are left behind for us to find when we're ready. The next question, where do they stay? Where do they live? They live inside our body, literally. They're in our cells, our nervous system, your breath, your tears, your muscle memory. They're also tucked inside our voice, our writings, our relationships, our responses or reactions. That's why certain things move us so deeply, because a code is being touched or awakened to be activated. So the next question, how can I find my codes? And these are so valid. Each of these questions are completely legit. They live inside our body, and you don't have to find them like a scavenger hunt. But you can notice them. You'll be able to feel them. When you feel goosebumps, or all of a sudden you'll get chills. You've heard me on different recordings. All of a sudden I'll say something and my arms will just get a rush of chills. When something feels too true to ignore, like you've heard this before, like you know this already. When you cry unexpectedly during a song or story. Sometimes I've cried without a song and without a story. I'll feel an emotion that will make me just want to cry. And so I do. I just let it out. When someone says something and it sticks with you for days, like you can't get it off your mind, these are signals. Something in you is waking up. So the next question, if I can't see them, how do I know they're real? You feel them more than you can see them. Codes are energy in motion. They're real in a way like love is real. You can't see love either, right? You can't always prove it to someone else, but you know when it hits you. So where do these codes hide? And why do they hide? They hide in plain sight, in your wounds, in your trauma, in your memories you try to push down or intentionally change the frequency. They hide in your voice, in the parts of you that got shut down because they felt too big or too tender or too different or too emotional or too fill in the blank. Codes hide because we're not always ready to live with the full truth they open. Sometimes they stay quiet until our body, our heart, or just timing catches up. But once we're ready, they begin to stir or activate. So why now? Why is it important to decode? Because you're here to live in alignment with your original blueprint, not just survive or adapt. Decoding isn't about fixing yourself. It's about remembering who you really are underneath the noise, the distractions, the chaos. And when you do, your life starts to make sense in ways you couldn't have planned. So I had to ask a question. What does this have to do with me and my platforms I connect with you guys on? And this is what I was shown. And this is recent, by the way. This is why I'm recording this now. Because my lived experiences from birth all the way to the current moment are by design, are to be given as a gift for those of you that feel the unexplained connection every time you hear me speak. Most people have no clue why when they see my name and a new video is dropped in my channels, they're drawn to check it out. Everyone that hears me, not necessarily all the content, but the voice transmits a feeling that's felt and can't be explained. Now it makes total sense to me why the experiences I've had, and many I've shared on different recordings over the years, needed to happen. I've always known that. There was a bigger plan in place that in the exact moment of traumas, shocking changes, unexpected pivots that seemed to take me off guard, yet I always knew it would make sense, but just not yet. I am the gift. Not my education that I obtained through getting my master's degree, and not through the healing modalities I was given and inspired to use to help people get rid of mental health and physical issues. Not the empathy and deep core purpose I've felt in helping to usher in the new earth or Eden or any other name for the change in earth that's coming. The experiences and investment of time helping many types of people as I've been going along. The truthers, the patriots, those following the shift in the financial system, flipping over to the quantum system. those raised in church and hold strictly to various denominations, single moms, the women who experience domestic violence, the medically challenged with issues that are unexplained and now called mystery illnesses. You are my people. Not to elevate the pain and suffering you're going through, or the injustice, or misunderstandings and brokenness held within the traditional healthcare or sick care field. I've been given the gifts to help you unlock your specific codes. Not to do it for you, but it's me. Because I can personally relate and empathize with each of you. That's the key to help you unlock your own solutions and answers waiting to be discovered. Crazy, huh? It's not about me. And it's so simple. When I was shown this, I'm like, are you serious? It's not about anything outside of you. And divine timing determined by you and God and the feeling inside you. So each time I come on with recordings for this channel moving forward, I'll be bringing real life in this here now moment questions and answers to help you navigate this crazy changing time we're in right now. You know me. I'm uncensored, raw, and real. You can just email me at kathyreedmyers@gmail.com. You can be anonymous so no one will know who asked questions if you want. But I can promise, no matter what question you have, there will be many that are afraid to ask and will be so grateful that each topic is brought into the light for an answer. This is my way of giving back and helping those of you that have sat by the sidelines, lurking, reading, listening, and feeling drawn but still unsure whether to really trust me or the message that comes through me. There's no rush. This is the first Q&A session of the Soul Decoding Studio. If this pings something in you, you're in the right place. You don't need to understand everything today. The answers won't come from thinking it through. Just let your heart stay open and let your questions come out. You can send your questions again to me at kathyreedmyers@gmail.com. I'll respond in each upcoming episode. If you're ready to begin working more closely with me, I've opened a few spots in the Soul Decode Studio, either in one-on-one guidance or in small group space. Just reach out. That's it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.